which bread is the best in 2022 and where to find it and everything else you need to know about the bread. You're gonna learn it all from this video. Welcome to Love Yourself channel. My name is Natalia and I'm going to share with you everything you need to know in order to choose the best bread out there. So, I've got a huge variety here and let's go through the ingredients. I'm going to explain what to look for, what to avoid, and you're gonna get all the information you need and you're gonna use it when you go into the shop. There are so many different brands. When you go to the shop, it's kind of getting overwhelming and you just don't know what to buy. And we tend to trust the label, especially when it says something like a wholemeal bread or seeds sensation. It makes us to believe that the bread is healthy and good for us, but let's look into all of that closer. I've got here a large variety of bread. I've got the white bread, I've got the 50-50 bread, I've got wholemeal bread as well as seeded bread, and I've also got some burger buns for those who really enjoys barbecue. We're gonna go through it all. We all know that it's best to avoid white bread. We all grew up with it. We ate those tasty sandwiches, ham and cheese and whatever our parents were feeding us with. But by now, everyone should know that white bread is not doing any good for you. And it's okay to take it to the park to feed birds and squirrels, but I would just never even buy it, and I'm not gonna even waste your time going through ingredients. The next bread is going to be a 50-50 from Kingsmill. Looking at the ingredients, we have a wheat flour, and then the fact that they're adding calcium, iron, niacin and thiamine in brackets makes me to believe that that was processed. Then we've got quite a lot of additives like vegetable oils, rapeseed, sustainable palm, we've got sustainable soya flour, and we've got E472E. When you see ingredients starting with E, any preservatives, any additives, they're all added there for speedy manufacturing. They need to make that bread quicker. With this bread, what's going to happen? When you eat it, in about half an hour, you're going to feel hungry again. Let's move to our wholemeal. The first one I have is wholemeal, no added sugar from Warburton's. They even specify high fiber, rich in whole grains. But guys, please, when you choose any products, like I was saying in my previous videos, don't trust the label. The label is made for you to attract your attention, to make you buy every single product. But what you need to do, you need to in fact turn it around, if it's a bread or whatever other products you're buying, and look at the ingredients. So let's look into this one. Yes, we do not have any sugar, so that is correct. But we have again here sunflower oil, rapeseed oil, sustainable palm in varying proportions. Here we've got 3 emulsifiers. So once again, we've got ascorbic acid. In this bread, once more, we're seeing those ingredients which are speeding up the manufacturing process, which are not doing any good to your body, and just add it there to prolong the shelf life. So this bread is going to survive just sitting on your kitchen top for about 2 weeks and nothing is going to happen to it. Let's look into this one. This bread is a Hovis tasty wholemeal. Let's look into that one. We've got a wholemeal flour, wheat flour, then we've got a granulated sugar, salt, soya flour. Then we've got again wheat flour, which has been genetically modified. You need to get the right amount of protein and fiber from your bread that is going to make you feel fuller for longer. Okay, let's move to our seeded breads. The first one I've got is a Hovis and it's called Seed Sensation 7 Seeds. So once again, they want us to believe that this bread is good and healthy and that you're good buying it. Let's look at the ingredients here. We've got a wheat flour, then they have a mixture of different seeds, which is great. And after that, they've got soya flour. They've got granulated sugar to once again make that taste better for you. They add preservative. They even add caramelized sugar even after that. Emulsifier. And once again, flour treatment agent. You need to get from bread just a good stuff. And especially if you're a bread lover and you're eating a quite good quantity of it, then make sure that the quality is great. Let's move to multi-seed batch from Tesco. And they say that it's enriched and topped with 6 seed varieties for an earthy flavor. Let's look at the ingredients here. The very first one, once again, we've got a wheat flour, which is a processed flour. Then they have mixed seeds, which is great. Then we have preservatives, and we've got emulsifier, and oh my god, the words. And we've got a mono and glycerides. So these are all additives which need to be avoided. Don't buy bread if you've seen words which you cannot even read, because that means that they're not natural, they're added ingredients, they are additives which you don't need. We've got the best bread you can possibly find in shops. Unfortunately, when you go to bigger stores in the UK like Tesco's or Sainsbury's, they only have shelves of bread which are stored at a room temperature and nothing in the fridge. But the best bread is normally kept in the freezer or the fridge. This bread is the best. It's called Ezekiel. It's being done by a Food for Life. And the best place to find it is on their website. There are a couple of other websites in the UK which sell the same bread, but the price is going to be a bit higher because I assume they buy it directly from Food for Life and then they reselling it. But when you buy it online, the delivery is very fast. It comes to you frozen because they bring it and export it from the US. Let's look at that bread. This bread is great if you are on keto diet, if you have any conditions where you need to be looking at the sugar spikes like a diabetes, if you've got a high cholesterol, this bread is for you. There is no added sugar. The amount of fiber and protein is great. There is no added fat. And let's look at the ingredients. So, this bread is made, they even specify here that it's non-GMO, which means it's not been genetically modified in any possible way. And this is exactly what you need. And this bread has been sprouted. Let's just quickly remind what that means. They put a grain, put it in a water, and then after a couple of days, it sprouts. So there is going to be a little green tail, and that tail is what you need. They take all those grains, they grind them, and then they bake bread with them. Your body easily digests those sprouted grains. They're really good. It's really easy to get all the nutrients out of that bread because of the way it's made. So let's look at the ingredients. They are organic sprouted whole grains, pulses and seeds. They add water, barley, fresh yeast, and a little bit of sea salt. There is no additives. There are no preservatives. There is no nonsense, no words which are hard to read, and it's pure good for you. The protein here is closely parallel to the protein found in milk and eggs. And in fact, here you can find 18 amino acids and 9 of them are essential ones. So the amount of protein per slice, let me get to it, is 5 grams. You've got no cholesterol, you've got no saturated fat at all, you've got no sugar, you've got a good fiber content, which is 3 grams per slice. And the amount of salt is so minor that it's per slice just 3% of your recommended daily intake. But if that is too much, you've got the same bread but low sodium. So this one is great. Once again, if you've got diabetes, if you need to reduce your salt intake for any other medical reasons, this one is great because it's got no added salt. The texture is great. They also have a different types. They've got a 7 sprouted grains. Even they have a bread for a sweeter tooth, which is that one. It's called a cinnamon raisin, but even in this bread, you're not going to find any sugar in it. And it is sweet because of the raisins, of course. And for those who likes doing barbecue and loves burgers, we have got here some burger buns. These burger buns from Warburton's. They consist of wheat flour with added ingredients, which means it's been stripped down and then ingredients added afterwards. It's got a free-range whole egg, it's got sugar, it's got oil, it's got a dark rum in it, and then it's got emulsifiers. It's got E47142E. Once again, it's got preservatives. Everything you need to avoid. I know it's light, I know it's like weightless. It tastes good, it's yummy, but it tastes like that because of all of those ingredients which are added and which you want to avoid. I also have buns which are just produced by Tesco, so no label apart from the little Tesco tag. And once again, it's got a wheat flour with lots of things added because it has been processed and modified. And then it's got salt, dextrose, palm oil, flour treatment agent, and the same brand, Ezekiel, makes these delicious burger buns. It's the same sprouted grain burger buns, and they taste good. I know that they're not gonna taste as these white ones, but when you consider and put your health on a scale, you're probably gonna do this. If you are a gluten-free person, Ezekiel has got 4 different types of bread for you. I've got here 2 of them. So I've got that one is called gluten-free original, and I've got that one which is almond. We've now looked at all of these breads, and now you know that white bread is always a no-no. You just don't even want to go to this section. And unfortunately, in majority of shops in the UK, as I said, when you go to a superstore, you're going to see these guys like Warburton's and Hovis and Kingsmill bread. But think about yourself, think about your body, think about how you're going to digest it, think how your blood sugar level is going to spike when you eat this bread and how you're going to be hungry after half an hour. Go for something like this, go for Ezekiel bread. If you fancy something sweet, go for the cinnamon one. Or just simply use this one and add some peanut butter and banana on top, and it's going to taste sweet. Nutritious, filled with good ingredients, high in protein, high in fiber to keep you full for longer, easily digested by your body, does not have any nonsense ingredients, nothing genetically modified, natural product, which unfortunately does not live as long as these guys, but there is a reason for it, because it is great and good for you and made out of natural ingredients. So make sure that you keep it in the freezer to keep it for longer, and just take like a half or a third out of it and put it in the fridge, and then just use it when you need to use it. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope that you now know which bread to buy, which breads to avoid. You know that this brand is great, delivery is fast. One bread costs, I think, $5.90 at the moment, but it is worth every single penny. They constantly do promotions like 20% off, which is great. So you can stock your freezer and then wait till the next sale. They do a few of them per year. Now, please leave me your comments. Let me know if you know any other great breads. Share it with me. I'm going to be happy to look at it and see what it tastes like. But for now, enjoy the rest of your day. Remember, what you put in your body should be good. and I'll see you all tomorrow. And make sure that you subscribe and leave me your comments. Love you all and see you tomorrow, guys.